Buenos dias. Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Have you ever heard of menudo? It is a Mexican soup, and you can find it in a can. So it might be something you want to add into your prepper pantry. But before we do, let's check it out and see what it's all about. Menudo is a traditional Mexican soup, and it's made with beef tripe, which is cow stomach. It also has hominies and lots of flavorful spices and chilies. It's great to serve with onions and cilantro. So if that sounds like a soup that you would like to know about, let's go ahead and open this can of menudo and see what it's all about. Menudo comes in a regular or a spicy version, and I accidentally bought the spicy version. I usually buy the regular because too much spice is just not my thing. But other members of my family enjoy it, so we're never going to waste food. We're going to go ahead and jazz it up or tone it down and try to make it more palatable so that everyone can enjoy it a little bit more. So keep that in mind if you're searching for menudo, how much spice you like in your life. You might want to try the regular one rather than the spicy one. But I'll show you how you can jazz it up to make it taste a little more flavorful. When I buy the regular menudo, I usually add a half a cup of water, a little bit of beef bouillon, and then some menudo spices. When I make a menudo seasoning mix, I use 1 tablespoon of chili powder, a half a tablespoon of cumin, a half a tablespoon of oregano, and be sure you look for the Mexican oregano. It has a different flavor than just regular oregano. Then I use a half a teaspoon of garlic powder and a half a teaspoon of onion powder. I stir these together, I keep them in a little jar, and I'll add a teaspoon to a tablespoon, depending on how spicy I like it. Because this menudo is hot and spicy, I'm going to try to tone it down a little bit. So I'm going to still add the half a cup of water. I'm going to add 2 little packets of true lime, and then I'm going to use the tomato bouillon with chicken to try to tone the heat down. I'm going to add 1 bouillon cube of caldo de tomate con sabor de pollo, which is tomato bouillon with chicken. So I'm going to add 1 cube of that. You can see these come in little bouillon cubes. The date on the menudo can is July 2028, so this can last in your pantry for a few years, which makes it a nice food to have on hand, if it's something you like. Let's open the can. You can see it has some interesting looking ingredients, and you can see it's full of hominy, and there's some of those pieces of tripe, which is cow stomach. So if you've never tried something like this before, like if you've never tried a food before, just buy one and take it home and try it. And if you like it, you can always get more. But don't stock up on foods you're not familiar with and you may not enjoy eating. Some people claim that menudo is the perfect food to eat for a hangover. So if you have any experience with that, leave it in the comments below so we can learn from that. So let's go ahead and put this in a nice pot and get it cooking. I've turned my burner on high. I'm going to add the half a cup of water and the cube of tomato chicken bouillon. And as this heats through, the bouillon will dissolve. So I'm going to bring it to a simmer and allow it to simmer until the broth thickens up, maybe 10 minutes. If you were making menudo from scratch, it would take about 12 hours. The menudo has been simmering for about 5 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead now and add in the true lime packets. Those actually need to be incorporated before you serve it, because otherwise it can be a little granular. They want to melt down and incorporate the flavor of the lime. If you have fresh lime, that would of course be preferable, but true lime and the little packets of lemon is something that we can easily store in with our seasonings and spices, so we can add the flavors. So if you haven't tried true lime, look for it. I also have some true lemon, but the true lime is what actually should go into Mexican food. It's time to serve. Let's get a nice big ladle of menudo. Oops. You can see the flavorful soups sauce, the bits of tripe, and the hominy. And look at all that flavor in that sauce. And in 5 to 10 minutes, you can have a quick and easy traditional Mexican soup meal on the table. It's good if you serve it with tortillas. That's the traditional way. A nice big pot of menudo in only about 10 minutes, and you can make a can of food, turn it into something that more suits your flavor profile when you add in the seasoned spices to heat it up or cool it down, depending on your taste. Let us know if you've tried the Juanita's Menudo, the regular or the spicy, and how do you make it taste to suit yourself. There's a lot of different foods that we can try, see if we like them, and then we can incorporate them into our meals, even into our prepper pantry, so that we can have interesting and different, a variety of meals, rather than just the same old rice and beans. Let's go ahead and taste it. It's hot. It's good. Okay, that definitely knocked some of the spice out of it so that even this Alaska Granny likes it. The lime really added a nice kick to it. I like that. If you shop on Amazon, if you click on the link in my description box before you shop, it doesn't cost you anymore, but it provides a little bit of revenue that helps support my channel. I hope you'll like my video, share it, please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel. Menudo. Deliciosa.